I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it made me obese. I've been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. And when today we got them.
Shout out to Professor Day for the drip. Got me Harvard out around this piece.
Shout out to IDK.
Shout out to
and
IDK.
Shout out to No Label Academy.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing I've ever done. I've done some cool
Fire.
Yeah, I had a conversation briefly with IDK when I went to the listening party, which I was thankful for Ari inviting us. He had some great music. And on the way out, he stopped me on some, hey man, and we had a brief conversation. What a great person.
Hugely.
Great energy. You know, his team, the people that were around him.
I had no clue.
And then to see what he was doing with you guys while you were at Harvard, and to see the people and see the engagement and then see all of the tastemakers.
He leveraged all of his sponsorships for 22 students.
Yeah.
Instead of just like keeping them to, and
Dior,
I'm talking about Dior,
Nike,
yeah.
Collaborations.
I have my first pair of Air Force Ones on today.
Are those the Harvard Crimson?
Yes.
Despicable. Flag on the play.
Fire.
Personal foul.
Yes.
Unnecessary roughness. Unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty, Wendy.
Just saying.
That's always what I'm saying with artists that do things that aren't the norm. This is outside of the box
It was
thinking.
he didn't get paid for this. None of us got paid.
Right.
It was selfless.
Because it was an investment.
It was amazing.
He didn't do
was
this
a
because he wanted anything.
$500,000
He did this because
for
he
22
knew
people.
This is what needed to be done for the culture and the business and the artistry to continue. I think you made a comment to me that everybody in the class has a therapist.
Yes, almost.
That group of individuals in there might be the person that could change
the world.
Because they're being groomed and prepared differently with different tools. My wife talked about it on the way in this morning, where our parents didn't believe in therapy. They gave you the slap over the head. Pop, get it together.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're going through something?
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know, through technology and through empathy and through conversation and community building, we've been able to identify some of those, you know, red flags, if you will, or some of those things that may need a little bit of extra attention. So for him to do that was an investment in his community.
Yep.
We talk about it all the time. Kudos to you, IDK, and everybody who is a member of the IDK community. I rock with you, man, because you following with somebody that is a leader and is a pillar and that is definitely what they say they're about. So I support IDK.
And he walks the walk and he talks the talk and he's incredible. Like, you can have whatever you want.
And I got this fly
for
Harvard
life.
t-shirt.
I got you for life.
Harvard t-shirt.
No, listen, bro. The only people wear Harvard t-shirts is like graduates or like the row team.
I got to watch them.
But you got
on
to
the
go on
Charles
campus
River.
to get these shirts,
I'm
don't
trying
you?
to tell you, bro, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
You have to be on
I got
campus to get
violent.
this.
I got felonies, man. They're not gonna let me on that campus. I try to step foot on Harvard campus, bro. I'm getting
IDK has
tackled.
felonies.
Yeah,
He's
but
an
IDK is
ex-felon.
he's like a step above. I'm still like ratchet felony. I'm still like obnoxious felony. Like, we don't. IDK can come, but the little Mexican guy, no, we don't want him to come. I'm not Mexican, like, but you know what I'm saying. But it's okay. It's cool. I'm all right. I'm cool with being the bad guy. Am I the protagonist? Yes, I'll be that. I don't have no problem being the villain.
The villains get loved.
Villains
are loved.
And villains always have the backbone super villain wife to help them conquer the world. So, you know.
Yes.
I've got all the criteria. I've got the minions. I've got the little kids, you know, who help me with my evil plans.
I love the minions.
And I've got the backbone.
Shout out to you, though. In our group chat, you said, hey, guys, it's the wife's birthday. I'm out.
Yeah, he took the
unplugged.
day
Thank
off.
you, man.
I unplugged.
I checked up to make sure he
I'm
did
unplugged.
too. And he
Unplugged.
did.
And
Salute.
you got to. And I unplugged for like almost every day that week.
I'm proud of you,
Good
man.
for you.
We did something that week that was, you know, you got to.
I read
Could
it like
you do
3
that
times.
twice a year instead of just once a year?
I don't do it on my birthday.
I read
do it on her birthday.
I read it 3 times. I was like, wait, Kingpin's taking. Oh, okay.
I checked
try
to
to do
make
it on
sure
the kids'
because I didn't think
birthdays.
you could.
So,
I
Nikki,
got-
happy birthday
I got little
and
windows.
enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I think
Yeah,
she
we
did.
wouldn't call you.
We went all over the city. We ate everywhere. And she loves to
Good.
eat. She's a foodaholic. So we went and ate
Good.
everywhere.
I'm so
Tried
glad.
out some stuff. Some restaurants we'll never try again, but some we'll
That's
definitely
okay.
try
Yeah.
again. Have you guys heard of Foodworks
Yeah.
here in Atlanta?
Yes. Definitely. It's right by the iHeart building.
Right next to the same parking lot, yeah. Listen, that lobster roll, phenomenal. The donuts with they got the hot Cheetos,
looks
corn
like the-
dog, ridiculous.
Looks
Hot
like the-
Cheetos corn dogs.
Man, listen, they
the
got
Simpson donuts.
Yeah,
Oh my
they got
God.
the Simpson
That sounds
donuts.
like a heart attack.
Ridiculous. They have this like a cereal bar where they make like milkshakes with cereals in them. They had cookies.
Did you try the cookies?
They got a Jamaican spot. Yeah, they
Oh,
had
the Jamaican spot's good.
the ice cream
Yeah.
place that had a strawberry shortcake. Like we went there for like 3 hours and just walked around and got
The sushi
something.
spot's
Ate,
good, too.
waited a few minutes and then ate something else.
I
She
wish I
loves
liked sushi. I wish I
sushi
liked
spot's
it.
good,
It's
too.
baked
wife
to me.
loves sushi.
I've tried. Damn, I've tried.
I like Caribbean sushi, ceviche.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Oh,
heard of
okay.
it?
Yeah, ceviche.
I've heard of it. I just
Ceviche is my thing.
It's bait.
Because they cook it with the fish is raw, but it's cooked in the acid of the lemon and stuff. The citric acid cooks it or whatever. But neither here nor there. I'm wearing a Harvard shirt, so you can't tell me nothing right now. I'm stizank, actually. Real stank right now. Sorry, what? I'm sorry. You say it slower. I'm wearing a Harvard t-shirt.
I love it.
And I'm wearing my Dro hat. Shout out to Dro. So where we at with it? What we got going on?
Man, you know, man.
I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever.
We haven't talked in a minute.
We're rambling. Baby Zoe is with us.
Baby Zoe is here.
And that's why we kind of took off.
Congratulations.
Like the last episode, they seen you had short hair. Now they're going to see a new episode.
It's out.
And you're froed out. Is that intentional?
Yeah. Sometimes I just let it rock out for a little
Letting
bit.
your little Inarari influence it.
Yeah.
Your little Inarari got more drip than you, bro.
Are you sleeping through the night yet?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. I actually been up since now on this episode. I can tell you I've been up since 3 a.m. She woke up at 2:30 and then it was quiet and I got some work done.
When did you start this sleeping shit? Is that I started cussing. When did you start this sleeping nonsense? Has that always been something you've been doing? I thought
I've
you never
always had
slept.
issues with sleep. And like my sleep schedule is always messed up because one day I have to be up all night and one night I can go to bed early. So I never had a good sleep schedule. What happens is when we had our new baby Zoe, my wife's sleep schedule is crazy, but I've been trying to be a good husband and letting her sleep all night.
I love it.
And I'll just deal with her at night because if I have to leave all day, she'll have to deal with Zoe anyway. So
I love that you're dividing the work.
So like last night, she went to bed like 10 o'clock and I kept Zoe all night.
I love it.
She got up a couple of times and then she'll sleep the longest 3 hours. So the last time she woke up at like 1:30, I fed her and then I just couldn't go back to sleep. I napped for like 30 minutes and I got up and I was like,
got something to do.
Start my day.
I started doing reports. I knocked everything out quicker because I'm uninterrupted. I can see why artists record at night, in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Because, during the day, it's just your phone's going off, people are texting you. It's so easy to get things done in the middle of the night.
I work at night, and I'm sharpest at night.
I hate doing work at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning.
Me too.
I want to watch Sports Center. I want to catch up on my sports.
I'm the exact opposite. I like to work when the banks are open. As soon as they start making money, I want to be up making money. When they stop printing it, that's when I'm ready to shut down. That's when I go into overtime and I go into research mode. But when that bell across the pond hits at 5 a.m., bing, I like to be up. I like to be up and watching it because I look at my contribution to the music industry is different. Your contribution requires you to be in the club at 3 and 4 in the morning and listening to songs and doing all of those different aspects. And that whole portion of the entertainment industry doesn't come alive till nighttime.
Yeah.
You know what
People
I mean?
aren't waking up till 6 p.m.
So that whole side of the industry that's required for the records that are selected to be broken is where you flourish at. And I'm the exact opposite. I could wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and get so much done. By 8 o'clock in the morning, I would have put in a full shift. So when my competition wakes up, I've already put in my full shift, and now I'm ready to delegate or to dive into something else.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like my sleep schedule is completely
mine's still messed up.
County jail style. Sleep when you can.
That's
my
what it is.
mentality,
I still got to take the kids to school in the morning. So I take a lot of naps. After our episode, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Do you work out? Do you eat anything different?
Yes, I hike. I've been hiking now.
Okay, I seen that.
It's a mountain by my house that I didn't pay attention to. Now I've been hiking it.
I love it. How do you feel? Does it add to your exhaustion? Does it give you?
I'm probably gonna need a weapon. I can't say the G word. Sorry. I probably need a weapon because I feel like it's like animals out there.
Mountain lions. We watched the show today.
Stone Mountain is different than
There's probably coyotes.
Arabian Mountain. It's definitely some animals out there because I'm hiking and I'm like, yo.
You feel something watching you. That's what the guy was saying today on Animal Planet. We were watching the show.
It's like unprotected wilderness in this particular mountain that I go to. Stone Mountain is easier because it's, pedestrian guarded and you see a whole bunch of people on it. This other mountain I go to, man, like it's
barren.
It's like you're out there.
Take your bottle of water, your cell phone, GPS tracker, and let's go.
I need a pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, no, you bold man. That's how horror movies start. Just stop and go park and go walk up a mountain.
But I've been hiking though, and it's been a form of meditation
I love
for
it.
me.
No,
That's
man,
good.
listen, amazing. You found an outlet somewhere where you can go and think and clear and reset.
Man, I be so clear when I do that.
It's necessary. It's
I
needed.
implore all artists or anybody in the entertainment industry, anybody in any industry, do something. Get a hobby, man.
Find your thing.
I went and got hiking shoes and everything.
I love it.
So that's what I've been on.
for you.
I've been on my getting my.
How's
peace
that
and
helping
my
with
feng
your
shui.
knee?
I'm a lot more level.
Because I'm sure getting hiking boots on a knee that you were rehabbing can't be easy.
Oh no, I'm good. My knee's good. Everything's good. Hiking's good. I haven't tried to run or anything like that. But I was saying, I think hiking up creates a little bit more of a balance for me.
Mm-hmm.
So then when, in our line of work, we have issues all the time. We're always putting out fires. I think fires, we're firemen.
Big Bank has been hiking too, hasn't he?
He has been hiking.
Yes, he has.
He looks great too, by the way. Shout out to Big Bank, man. He's like a new person.
Yeah.
Was it now just Bank? Because he's no longer big. He's like slimmed off. He's like lost.
It used to be Big Bank DTE. Now it's just Big Bank ATL.
Right. Corporate. Shout out to Bank. He had an event too where like 75 people, 80 people showed up to go hiking. Yeah. Like who would have thunk it? That, duct tape would have people meeting up to go hiking. Yeah. That's amazing, man. Shout out to them for that. Yeah. It's a transformation. It goes to show the evolution, the growth. And it goes to show that, at some point in time, some things are going to change for you. And
everything changes.
It changes, your surroundings change, and the people around you change.
Yes.
And the ones that are
and that's okay.
progress with you, that's encouraged. Not only is it okay, yes.
You're not supposed to stand
necessary.
Still.
Yeah, you're not supposed to stay still.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you're hiking.
I will bring to our attention, I had an artist that called me the other day. He's in some bad paperwork. And he didn't realize he was in bad paperwork until after he took the money. He took the money and he called me and was like, yo, so how do I get out of this? I was like, well, he gave me all the details, or as much details as he knew.
Right.
He got $25,000. Right. Signed the paperwork, of course, got the chain.
Right.
Got a charger. And
on top of the $25,000, or was that included with
chain and a car.
Okay, cool.
The car is paid off. Right. It's in his name.
Right.
But it's counted to the balance.
Okay.
It's recoupable.
So it's recoupable. So now he's not putting out any records. He's putting out records, but none of them are sticking. So now he's frustrated, and he was like, what do I do? I was like, you can't do nothing. You need to put out a hit.
That's the best advice you could
give. You got to
put
put out a hit right now.
Will a hit get him out of the contract?
It'll recoup some money.
It'll recoup, and it'll give him leverage. And this is a game of leverage. So the more leverage he has, the better he can
need leverage at this point, don't we?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we need to establish some. We need to establish some leverage. Otherwise,
he signed the contract.
You're toast.
And he took the toys.
Took the money.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody sent us a DM on the cheat code page the other day. Not that I ever reply to the DMs, but I happened to see this one in particular. And somebody was like, "Hey, man, I'm in a situation and." I want a deal and what can I do? And I said, listen, before you talk about deals with anybody, the first person that you should be going to see is a lawyer that's paid by you, not by the label, not by your aunt, your uncle, your friend, by you. If you can't find one to pay for you, then you're not looking hard enough. You are not looking hard enough. Lawyers, don't they have to provide a certain amount of free time as doctors?
They don't have to, but
the pro bono work.
Some of them, let's just say, if you find one that's a fan of your work, they may say, no, I'll give you a couple hours. But they'll do
a back-end deal where they'll get 5% or 10% of your deal.
There's 1,000 kids going to school, bro. If you're not finding somebody that can go into a law library, if this is what you want to do,
you figure out a way.
And everybody, Wendy Day wrote a book about it. Wendy Day's been on panels for the last 20 years that I've known her. And every panel she sits on, she tells you, you're going to get screwed. Don't sign the paperwork without having somebody look at it. And
please,
everybody.
I still have lawyers. I still bring lawyers in with me when I negotiate. And
I have a lawyer on retainer.
They break down the paperwork. Me too.
Anytime I have extra money.
I have 3 lawyers, actually.
It goes $500. Add that over there.
Ignorance of the law does not absolve you of guilt.
But I'm sorry, I was interrupting you. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying that at the level of deals that I've done, I still have lawyers sitting next to me when I negotiate a deal. I don't do a deal without a lawyer. Why would I?
Laws change. Stipulations change. I want you
Deals
to think
change,
about everybody who signed
labels
the contract for a super CD audio that never had the word digital in their contract, that they have the audacity to go back and want to sue, and you never listened. Nobody around you ever thought to put that in a contract, my boy. That's why you're not getting none of that digital money now.
And have you ever paid attention to the person giving you the contract? Aren't they always smiling?
Isn't it their job to smile? It's a great offer. They're giving you something.
Because if you read it, you probably wouldn't sign it right away like that.
Of course not.
You would be like, wait, nah. Yeah. This is not
the people who blindly sign contracts have never tried to buy a car, and it shows. Because when you go try to buy a car, The man's gonna let me go talk to my manager and see if we can make this happen.
That's your first bad contract.
He's
ever,
gonna walk
sometimes.
away. If you've never tried listen, if you never tried to buy a beeper back in the days, because when you had beepers, that was the worst contract to get into. Man, they're gonna pagers and oh my God. I remember when cell phones was free nights and minutes, and if you didn't use it at free nights, they charged you like $1 a minute. It was just, and it's
now they're charging you for the actual phone.
Here's another
and
example.
Not the plan.
The kids, my daughter just got the invitation for school pictures. And as soon as you click on the website, the first package that it opens up to is the $79 package. This is the one you need. But when you click on that, it tells you the first package is $12.99, $13.99. But as soon as you scan the code and it opens up, the $79 package. So it's, it's...
That's a fact.
If we start to understand how they're talking to us, what it is that they're saying and what their agenda is, not only do we not get mad, but we start to peep game.
Yeah.
And when you peep game, you become dangerous.
Yeah.
Because can't nobody run it on you.
I'm very jaded.
You know what I'm saying?
The conversation's different now.
Man, listen, I can look at somebody and I'm not mad at you for trying to work that move on me. I'm not mad, I understand. Versus if I didn't know, I would have been completely like, is it me? What about me? It's not me.
No.
You think you slick. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What else? Keep lying to me, bro.
You know what I also think adds to it? The thirst on the person who's actually going to sign. It's the thirst of making it, the thirst of saying, oh, this is a great decision. It's a thirst of it maybe even being your first big moment or your first moment, period.
And the fact that you think you're amazing. You think you're the best
It's
artist out
validation.
here.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
validation.
you're the best
It could
artist
be
out
all
here.
those, and
This
it could
can't
be your
happen to
ego.
me.
It could be a whole bunch. Oh yeah, they're not screwing me
Hubris.
over. I'm popping. I'm good.
Yeah.
And then you hear
I got
a
all this
story
shit.
of a Russell say he went to go get a contract and they gave him the contract with no numbers in it. You hear him tell that story of where they gave him a contract for him to sign and it had no dollar amount in it. And when he brought it back to the people's attention, they were like, oh, my bad, we're going to fix it. Like, hold on, my bad, we're going to fix it. What if I would have signed that? There'd have been no, my bad, we can fix it. I'd have had to been obligated to that. And then I would have had to get a lawyer and expend more resources. So again, and this is a young brother and sister. This is a young brother of his camp, his young brothers and sisters and all the different people around them. They're learning the music business now.
Yes.
And they know.
Shout out Good Company.
Hey man, shout out to Good Company, man. The merchandise, the restaurants, the gazebo in the backyard. I forget what he calls it, the pergola and the backyard. Shout out to everything they got going on, man. He's building his army, his community, one song, one movement at a time. And guess what? He's really talking about the music business. That's why he's selling albums and stuff to his fans and then putting them on streaming so the people that support it can go. He's selling his concerts in his backyard. He sells merchandise. He does all of these things because he's business savvy. So if you're listening to somebody that is actually succeeding at what it is that you want to listen to what they're saying. Find me one artist today, a Swady, anybody that's gone on TV or done any interviews where they're not telling you slow down. You're going to make the biggest mistake of your life. Slow down. Every last one that has gotten on. And why has the story not changed over the last 20 or 30 years?
I will add, shout out to the artists who do get it right and do create leverage. I interviewed Cody Shane on Baller Alert, and she had a great deal with Epic that she negotiated. Good. She had a 90-10 deal with them.
21 Savage type.
And she publicly said it. She was like, shout out to Epic. We negotiated the best deal ever for me. So these things are possible. I just wanted to also say that because, sometimes we can be a little condescending and hurting feelings to people who think that we're always saying that they're doing wrong, but there are examples of artists who do it right when they properly take care of their paperwork, read through their paperwork, negotiate correctly.
Correct.
And that could be you.
Yeah. People who get offended are usually the ones that we're talking to.
Yeah.
You're not right. I'm going to show you. I do it on my own. Beat it, bozo. Clown. I swear that just because, it can't be a circus without the clowns, bro. And we have to understand that some people aren't here to inform. They're here to distract.
And entertain.
They're here to entertain, man. And that's what some of these people are doing is they're not in this business because they want to be businesses. They don't want to be entrepreneurs. They just want to entertain. They don't care if they make money off of this. Then there's the people that do care that realize, hey, there's people that don't care if they make money off of this. I'm going to go find those people. And then it becomes a vicious cycle to where everybody is. I watched the Prince documentary. You seen it? I think I shared it with Wendy. It's something, the music's business slave or something like that, how Prince changed the music industry. Watch it. It's going to change your mind, bro. Gonna change your mind. All of you cheat coders, you got homework. Watch the Prince documentary about how Prince changed the music business, and then hit me in my DM and let's talk business. For real. Because the man who wanted to be the world's first $100 million artist had a hard time grabbing the grips with it, and then went on tour by himself and made 30 million.
Do you guys notice that it's a lot more leveraged situations for artists? For example, partnerships versus artist signing and then doing artist development. And I believe with partnerships now, an artist is responsible for their own artist development. And the label is like, all right, well, look, we're doing this partnership. All we do is put you in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You bring the heat. You do all the artist development. You do all the production. You do all the other shit. Did you guys notice that? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of those now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Well, because the artists that they're signing to these deals are the ones that have the eyes, and artists have gotten smarter.
And because you can do this yourself, you don't need a label anymore. So when the label saw that, they thought, oh shit, we got to get in where we fit in. And they're great at putting up money. They're great at building superstars. But other than that, you can kind of do it all on your own.
Is a partnership a 360 deal? Did the partnership replace the 360?
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be. If you're savvy and you're doing a deal, you know not to sign a 360 no matter what they call it. But they don't call them 360s anymore.
Right. What do they call them now?
There's too many.
Can you share that? You don't know?
There's no one term for it.
Right.
You have to look at the paperwork and see if they're trying to take a piece of everything.
Of everything. And if they want to get a piece of everything of the whole pie of all 360,
that's a 360 deal. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
But don't sign a contract. And before you do, go see a lawyer.
Absolutely.
Key to the Kodak.
Get 2 coffee cups. And a Harvard t-shirt. I threw that in.